Good afternoon, Worcester State sophomore nursing students. This is Camila Alvarenga, bringing you the latest news on diuretic patient teaching this afternoon. And we begin our scheduled program with our weather woman, Kim, on the importance of timing your diuretic intake. Kim?
Good afternoon, Camilla. Yes, it's important to know when to take your medications. For diuretics, we want to take these in the morning. However, these medications can lead to fluid loss, which in turn leads to orthostatic hypotension. So for that reason, when changing positions, please rise up slowly, like the lovely sunrise we had yesterday to prevent a foggy mind. So as you can see, we got some rain, which means slippery roads. So do not operate a vehicle unless you know how your diuretic will affect you. On top of that, don't operate any heavy machinery. And with this weather, don't worry, your home improvement project can wait. So just like how the rain today will cause some river flooding, diuretics can lead to fluid imbalance, which means please weigh yourself daily using the same scale at the same time with the same clothes. Please report any changes of weight loss or gain of 3 pounds in 1 day and 5 pounds in 1 week. So when in doubt, blame the diuretic and not the whole cake you ate last night. Additional symptoms of fluid imbalances can be swelling of your fingers or ankles, unusual bleeding or bruising, nausea or vomiting, trembling or weakness. So if any of these occur, please contact your physician as soon as possible so they can adjust your dose. Well, I'm gonna get out of the rain right now. Back to you, Camilla.
Thank you, Kim. Moving on to our next segment, let's take a look at the afternoon traffic. Katie?
Hello, Camilla, and thank you. The interstate is flowing quite well this afternoon, and that is good for those who are taking diuretics. Following up on you, Kim, patients taking diuretics may want to take this in the morning, as they will be making many trips through the interstate to find a restroom. Unfortunately, many people avoid drinking water while taking diuretics because they find themselves in fear of running into a traffic jam, but this is dangerous. Those who stop drinking water will find themselves backed up with fluid, also known as rebound edema. Many people find themselves getting frustrated because they do not want to make these trips to the bathroom, but then they end up in worse of a backup than if they drank plenty of fluids. As long as patients are getting about 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, they'll find themselves in clear traffic conditions. Back to you in the studio, Camilla.
This was very interesting, Katie. Now, all of this talk is making me hungry, which reminds me, we have a special guest on the show today who is going to tell us all about the importance of diet when taking diuretics.
Thank you so much, Camilla and the team, for having me. And you are indeed correct, Camilla. Watching the kinds of food consumed while taking diuretics is extremely important. You see, diuretics can alter electrolytes in your body, which can in turn cause unwanted side effects, particularly potassium. Potassium-sparing diuretics can cause hyperkalemia, so you should avoid eating bananas. And let your provider know if you experience any lethargy, confusion, ataxia, muscle cramps, and even cardiac arrhythmias. The opposite can actually occur with potassium wasting diuretics. So if you take any in this class, you should actually ensure proper intake of potassium-rich foods, such as my banana, and this is to avoid hypokalemia. Also, since water flows where salt goes, it's important to watch your salt intake. So take it slow on those pretzels and french fries, guys. We also want to avoid alcohol, which is also a diuretic. So mixing diuretic medication with alcohol, which is also a diuretic, could contribute to a dehydration. So people out there listening, take it slow on those White Claws. Back to you, Camilla.
Thank you, Lyle. Now, before we return to lecture, I'd like to thank each. What's that? Now, Justin, breaking news. My classmates are communicating that we have some important considerations for diuretic patient teaching. Let's head on over to Crystal, who is live on scene in our safety room. Crystal?
This is Crystal reporting live from the scene. We have reports of ototoxicity and hearing loss. I repeat, hearing loss in patients who take diuretics. Can you hear me? The patient should be instructed to contact the provider promptly if hearing changes occur. In addition, patients taking digoxin and potassium wasting diuretics are at an increased risk for digoxin toxicity. So patients should be taught to adhere to provider guidelines for frequent blood draws to monitor potassium and digoxin levels. Back to you, Camilla.
Thank you, Crystal. This is Camila Alvarenga, bringing you the latest on diuretic patient teaching. Now back to lecture. Professor Cornine, take it away.